Hey guys, how's it going? I know it's been a while since I made any videos on the CB750 chopper, so as you see I got some parts sitting here behind me because I realized I never really went over what I have and kind of what my plan is for the build and my vision and all that stuff, so I figured I'd do that. My wife and I found out we're pregnant, so it's been a little chaotic. We bought a house, so we've been packing stuff up and moving, so that's why it's been a little bit. So if you're following along and subscribed, I appreciate it. I think it's up to like 45 subscribers, which is crazy. That's cool. And then, so this video, I'll be going over the stuff I got already, kind of my plan. There's a few things that are a little kind of iffy, but I have ideas, so we'll see if they work. If not, if you have any ideas, feel free to put them down in the comments down there, because that's part of the reason I did this, so I get some feedback, and I've already got a ton of feedback, which has been super helpful. So let's get checking it out. So just to give you kind of idea what my garage looks like, so here's some parts I have up here. I'll go over all this stuff in more detail a little bit, but spin around, you can see my pegboard, all my tools are off because we're getting ready to move and stuff, but there's just stuff everywhere. So I still have the engine basically on the floor where it was at. Haven't messed with that too much. There's the CB750 frame from the teardown. Jack stuff. Here's the Amen frame all set out. And then all the stuff for moving. There's a bunch of baby furniture. Here's some other parts I have for this one. You can see it's kind of two-faced because I did this side. I realized I did this a little bit out of order. So I probably could have mocked it up once I got the rear axle out, but I never done a ground up build, so I was all excited. And so yeah, this side's not quite done yet, so I think, but I'm going to move forward to the mock-up because I don't want to wait any longer. So it'll be half that's fairly clean and half that's not. And there's some parts I have down in there. A whole bunch of parts I have over there still that I haven't gone through. This is all 750 stuff. So, but I'll go over kind of right now what my plan is, the parts I have that I picked up when I was doing when I bought that Amen frame. I got a bunch of parts with it, and that's what a lot of this stuff is here. And a lot of the stuff that's down over there. So, all this stuff, there's that windjammer, a bunch of handlebars, random other things that were given to me with the... Some of it's useful, some of it's not. So, alright, so here's some of the parts I have that I plan on using. Whether they'll work or not, it's an entirely different story. So, when I bought the Amen frame, I got this wheel, came with it. I also have another wheel down in there. Never mind, yeah, maybe. Yep, there's another one down in there. So this is a 21-inch front wheel. This one has a hub that's designed not to have a front brake on it because I think that'd be badass, but the rear being a mechanical drum, I might want a front brake just because I don't want to die. Here's a tank that I got with it, so it's definitely a little worse for wear. It's got a massive dent. The mounting stuff is all wonky, but it's all stuff that I think can be remedied. So that'll get stripped off. This is actually the Honda front end off the CB750A that I had because the frame I have, that neck is for a Honda neck and not a Harley neck. So I can't use a standard Harley front end, which is what I wanted to do. And I actually have one right here that came when I bought the frame. It's I think like a Super Glide or Sport Glide front end, a little older. But I took it all apart. It was all together. With the wheel that's sitting behind the bench over there. Headlight, front brakes. I do have a front brake caliper set up, but too short. I tried. When you put it in here, it barely comes to the top of this. While I'm over here, I'm going to switch these out, I think, for tapered bearings, because they do make a set for the CB750, so I'm hoping they'll fit in here. I have to measure to make sure that they're designed for that frame, but I'm thinking they should hopefully fit in here too. Because I've got a lot of feedback how these can be a little wobbly. So if I can put a little more stability in the neck, I'll do it. All right, well now I'm gonna go over parts that are on the bench here and kind of my plan for the build and where I'm going. I showed you the frame stuff back there, and the plans for that. So I have this Harley front wheel, which you guys have seen before when I did the axle removal. I think at the end I threw that in there. As you can see, it has a disc. So with a disc brake, I'd have to do a caliper conversion, which I really want to do because I think it's better mechanical drum. And there's a sprocket on the other side. So with that, I have to do a chain sprocket conversion, which is possible. And I've done some research on the ratios and the tooth counts. They say the 48 tooth Harley ones can kind of over rev with the ratio on the Honda. So they do make a 41 tooth. They also make a 19 tooth front sprocket to put in the engine, which would kind of compensate for that. So somehow I might deal with that. These are the bars I want to use, and the risers hopefully. But the one tricky part with that is the Honda trees are only automatically cut for 7/8 risers that are built in. So either I have a couple options. I can either hand ream them out, or I could see if I can cut these off and drill, but I don't want to leave too little material because it's actually hollow in there. So that just kind of answered my question on that. So I may have to, figure something out, put a filler in here and then drill, or I don't know. Because I really like to use those risers, but we'll see. Where was I going after that? Risers. Oh, I have the fender. There's actually the fender off the CB750. Debating if I want to use this one or not, and paint it, white. With my theme of going white and black, that kind of stormtrooping type look. So this is all chrome. It would fit the tire, I think, okay. I don't know if you can see that, but it would fit it all right. I'm just trying to keep in that kind of chopper, old school mentality of use what I have, so I don't have to buy a whole bunch of extra stuff. These are the forks that came out of the Harley front end I showed over by the frame. These are a little longer than the Honda ones, but they have a tapered end for the old, Super Glides and Sportsters and stuff. So I don't know if they work. I mean, they probably work to a point, but so they're pretty knackered on the bottom. A lot of this stuff is. So then I'll take you over here to this. So there's a 21-inch front wheel, but this one actually does not have a hub for a front brake, which I think would look fucking badass to have no front brake, but also, I don't want to die. So I have another 21-inch wheel down behind the bench there that can have a front brake on it. And so I might run that. We'll see. I'm going to go for it without it first. There's a tank I got, which is a little beat up. It's workable. It just needs a little TLC and some mounts, because there's only like a rear mount, not a front one. Well, it's half a one. And then down over here, I have the CB750 front end that I pulled out when I tore it down. Which I could use those fork legs right there because they fit that stock tree, which is right there. So we'll see. It's all stuff I gotta kind of figure out as we go along, and I'm gonna order some parts. So that's kind of how you have it there. I've kind of showed you some of the stuff I got. I wanted to pitch out the plan. Like I said, the plan's with the frame to be all white, kind of that, I guess, stormtrooping look. So the white frame, tank, everything else is black, so these wheels will be black. And then bars are already black. But trees, I got to decide what to do with the trees, because I would like to run the risers that are right here and then those bars, but I may just have to hand ream. So there's a million things I'm gonna have to troubleshoot, and that's just kind of the way the game goes. But I want to use as much as I have on hand without having to get some stuff. But there is, neck bearings. That's kind of what I'm doing now, is making a plan of parts I need to order so I can get the mock-up going pretty smoothly, so it's not a bunch of hang-ups. And yeah, that's about it. I wanted to, make a video filling in kind of some gaps, because I haven't gone over any of this stuff in my plan. Now that everything's all disassembled, it's time for mock-up. So it's FW Garage. We'll talk to you another time. No, we won't. That's dumb. We're not going to talk. You're going to watch. I'm going to talk. So hopefully. But thanks for checking it in. Got 45 subscribers. Thanks for all that. Up here, I'll put a card to where the rest of the build series is if you want to check out and figure out how we got here with all this. Also, at the end of the video should pop up like the playlist over here somewhere. So, cool. Thanks for checking it out. See you later.